You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.
Recording in progress.
What up, though? You listen to the SS Experience streamed on the SMG Podcast Network app. Download the SMG Podcast Network app on all your Apple devices. Android, I'm getting to you. You listen to the SS Experience wherever you get podcasts, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and as always, the usual suspects, Spotify and the iHeartRadio app. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, resubscribe, download, unsubscribe, subscribe again. Keep that process going over and over again. That way the algorithm can continue to be popping out here in these digital streets. We also got YouTube videos as well of the SS Experience. Go to youtube.com/@the SS Experience. No E at the beginning experience. Remember, for every 100 subscribers that we get, we're giving away $100. So tell a friend to tell a friend to press that button somewhere down there, man. We definitely really appreciate that. The last episode's pod, I fucked it up because we record the video on Zoom, especially when there's multiple people. So I took the file from Zoom and then I tried to put it on my hard drive. And for some reason, it never saved in my hard drive, but I did the cut and paste. So like the whole video is gone, but we have the audio version of one of last week's pods, A Woman's Perspective. Go back and listen to that. It has C-Dog and Takala on it, so it's real good work there. Let's go ahead and get into some show, though. Let's just get it right into the shit. So racism is real, and I'm not really trying to have the traditional race talk, but it stems from basketball. So over the weekend, the Indiana Fever played the Chicago Sky, and I think I keep pronouncing her name wrong. I keep people saying it's Chennedy. I don't know if it's Kennedy, but we'll call her Carter because I can say Carter, and that's her last name. So I can say Carter. I don't want to keep mispronouncing her name and I sound like an asshole. You know what I'm saying? So Carter for this Chicago Sky, quote unquote, did a dirty play towards Caitilin Clark. Now I want to say that the play, in my opinion, was not dirty. It was retaliatory. But let's slow this down a little bit. So you got everybody on social media right now, like just going all up in arms, basically trying to protect Caitilin Clark. Now, I want to first start off with thanking everybody who watched the YouTube and comments on the YouTube, because for the past couple of episodes, I'm comfortable in the crib. I'm sitting on the couch. I got this new little work mic, you know what I'm saying? Little work computer, because my old computer has too much content on it. It's just too much stuff on it. It can't record shit no more. You know what I mean? I got to consolidate some files, move some shit around or whatever. So that my computer is right behind me, sitting on the table over there. That shit's dead. So I can't do shit with that laptop. And so I want to shout out the job for, hooking me up with all of this new equipment for the other stuff that I got to do for the company or whatever. And comfortable in the crib, Wi-Fi set up again and all of that stuff. So don't really have to go to the station to record, but I know the station looks better. You know what I'm saying? It's better cameras, the backdrop with the logo on it and all of that stuff looks real cool. We're going to get back to that, but let me be comfortable real quick. I just want to be comfortable and talk to y'all because I just feel like I'm in the crib. I don't feel like I'm on like a time limit. Like sometimes I be looking in the window like somebody's trying to get up in the studio. Don't y'all see I'm working in the studio? I ain't got to worry about that. I'm in my quote unquote studio. Wait till we get the setup in here real dope. But anyway, so we got Caitilin Clark and we got Carter. They going at it. And you have to watch videos of stuff that happened prior to the hip check because you never pay attention to what leads up to the incident. You only pay attention to the incident. It's just like in sports, football, or even in regular life. Somebody do something to you, you retaliate, and they get you. You know what I'm saying? For retaliation. They don't even give a damn what the person did. They caught you and all of that shit. So that's pretty much what happened. So you got a lot of these racist fucks, you know what I'm saying, on social media right now saying, these black women are attacking Caitilin Clark. They need to be thrown out the league. So first, I try to be polite with them because some people don't know. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So I have to bring it to their attention that you do know that this league is 80% black. So the likeliness of it being white on white crime isn't going to happen. It's more than likely going to be a black person, you know what I'm saying, in the mix because the league is 80% black. just like football, just like the NBA. Obviously, MLB is not like that, and hockey's not like that. We don't fuck around with those. Well, I mean, some black people fuck around with baseball, but for the most part, you know, basketball, football, that's where we live as a majority. And the simple fact that people don't understand that concept was very, very infuriating because it's like, why would you go to race saying these black players are attacking Caitlin Clark? Well, it's 80% black. So, I mean, it's not going to be too many of white people attacking Caitlin Clark. So then some people said that I said something racist. And I just said this: the majority of the world is white. So why is not the majority of the WNBA white? Ooh, is it maybe because black players play better than white players? I'm not saying that. The coaches are saying that. The GMs are saying that. Because if it was just like anywhere else in the world where people want more white people than black people, the powers that be, because most of the owners in the WNBA, if not all of them, are white. Obviously, your general managers and basketball presidents, they're black too, but they answer to a white owner. So if that was the case, then more white people would be in the WNBA, but they're not. You know what I'm saying? And why is that? Maybe because just like in other sports like football and basketball, black people are better. Sorry. That's not racist. That's what your owners are telling you. Your owners is like, nah, go ahead. Just like, back in the day with slavery at the auction. Oh, go get that nigga right there. Oh, nigga got good physical traits, all of this shit. That's not my words. That's their words. They're picking the best people, which that's what we always talk about in corporate America and everywhere else in the world. We want the best people to be working with us. It's not about race. We want the best top-notch people. Okay, well, the best top-notch people in the WNBA are black. Deal with it. So let's eliminate that shit talking about black players are attacking Caitlin Clark because it's not black. Well, it is black players, but it's not because they're black. They just happen to be black. That's the difference. So let's get that going right there. Let's move the conversation forward a little bit. If you go back and look at a couple of videos now, if my video department, which when I say video department, I mean me, actually learning how to do this. If I can find some video clips that I can pull, I'll try to pull some video of Caitlin Clark elbowing Carter, throughout like at least twice before she did the hip check. If I can't get the video on here, then just go to my social medias at the SS Experience, no E at the beginning experience on Twitter or X, have you get down in these digital streets. And I got the videos all posted there. And again, they're videos from other people who caught it too. And I want to shout out to everybody who got the videos and all of that stuff, who caught that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know. Because, like I said, and again, this kind of goes back to what I was saying before I ran about some other shit. When you're watching the game, you see stuff, boom, boom, whatever, but you didn't notice anything until Caitlin Clark was on her ass and she was looking around like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't a basketball play. I mean, because you don't hip check somebody at an inbound. You know what I'm saying? You normally hip check somebody at a screen, not when they're standing there like waiting for the ball. Like you don't really hip check anybody. So the call was originally a foul, but then after all of the outrage from all you people, and I don't want to say what type of people, but all you people who are non-African Americans got on y'all soapboxes and saying, this isn't right. These black players are out of control. We need to do something about this. There need to be suspensions. There need to be fines. There need to be blood, nooses, crosses, burning. Now Carter got a flagrant one. But what does that do? Indiana already won the game by a point, right? And okay, I got a flagrant one. The game's over. The game was 24 hours ago. Now, in a normal situation, the flagrant foul, you get 2 free throws and a ball. Or you get I know you get free throws and the ball. I forget if it's 2 or 1. Leagues is different, and I forget. But anyway, that would have been at least free throws and possession on a flagrant one that Indiana didn't get. Now, if Indiana somehow would have lost the game, oh man, then it would have been freaking hell to pay. But they didn't lose the game, so okay, it is what it is. They just gave her a flagrant one just for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? Just to appease you people. But what did that really do? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, let me make sure I say nothing loud enough. Nothing. Cause I'm looking at my levels here as I'm recording as well, and that nothing was kind of like low. So I want to make sure I'm whispering nothing, but I wanted to be nothing, a little bit louder. So it's just a weird thing because on an episode that we did a couple of weeks ago called "Is Caitlin Clark the Cash Cow of the WNBA?" I would say go back and listen to it, but I want to shout out the people who've been commenting on these videos because, like I said, you watched the video, you you took your time out of watching the video to comment on the video. I mean, I'll take the views too. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get analytic credits for comments. You get analytic credits for views and subscribers. But I'll definitely take the comments because at least I know that people is watching and listening. I want to thank you guys for it. So I wanted to make sure that I made the message clear that the stuff that you guys are commenting on was from a week ago episode. I'm talking about it now. So now if y'all want to bring this conversation to this video, go ahead because a lot of people saying that, it ain't right. We're not asking for Caitlin Clark to get special treatment. We just want, fair play and all of that stuff. I agree. But I think a lot of you may never have been on a basketball court before. Now, I'm not going to like I have been on a basketball court before, but not on, those type of levels. You know what I'm saying? JV high school, that's about as far as I got because I didn't grow big enough to, make it on a roster. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I suck, but we'll hash that out in another conversation. So if you're playing ball, one of the rules of basketball is no elbows. You know what I'm saying? Not elbows to the chest, especially not elbows to the face. Like, nah, like keep them elbows down. Now you can do elbows to, as you see on the video, to box out and stuff like that. But to actually throw an elbow, whether it's high, low, nah, that's not part of the game. You can't do that. And it's been two videos that's been seen or shown, you haven't seen it yet, because if you did see it, you would know what I'm talking about, but you haven't. It's cool. That shows Caitlin Clark elbowing Carter. You know what I mean? Now, was it malicious? Was it intentional? I would say no. You know what I'm saying? But when you're on the other end of an elbow, it's just like anything in the rule of law. You're not thinking of intent. You're thinking of the action itself. Because how many times do people get hit with a DUI and they be like, I didn't mean to kill him. Yeah, but you did, so we got to still punish you for the action of killing this person. Even though you didn't mean to, we still have to punish you for it. And in a slight parallel, that's what Carter did. Like, oh, are you gonna elbow me? Are you gonna elbow me again? Okay, I got something for you, rookie. Because again, you got to remember too, she is a rookie. Caitlin Clark is a rookie. She's not a vet. She doesn't have league respect. Now you probably saying, well, she should have human being respect. Okay, yeah, granted, but the human being respect shouldn't have to be earned. I'm just saying the basketball respect has to be earned. So yeah, she hip checked her like, hey, don't do that shit again. She may could have said it, but if you guys don't know, Caitlin Clark has a mouth on her, and I'm not talking about the Becky mouth. I'm not talking about that work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Rashad McCann talking about the work. She talks her shit and rightfully so. Caitlin Clark can ball. You know what I'm saying? She can ball, she can hoop. So rightfully so, she feels comfortable, talking her shit. You know what I'm saying? But this ain't Iowa, Caitlin Clark. You're not playing with a bunch of people like yourself. You're not playing with non-African Americans like yourself. You're in a league that is 80% black. And that 80% is I don't want to say compacted. I can't think of the better word for it, but you'll get what I'm saying when I explain this. There's only 144 roster spots. So do 80% of that. I don't have a calculator. Well, I do have a calculator in front of me because I have a cell phone. So everyone has a calculator. I just don't feel like doing the math. But 144 times 0.80. That represents 80%. Do that math. That's how many black players there are. So that means there's going to be a lot of motion, or actually the example I'm trying to say is that there's not that many white people, non-African Americans in the WNBA. Like there is, and in Iowa, when she's going through practice, when she's playing school in Iowa and all of that stuff, this is a whole different league. We all know the white boy that be at the basketball court as black people, we can speak on this. We always look at the white boy at the basketball court and be like, man, nigga can't play. We ain't fucking with him. And then he plays and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, he's one of us. He's cool. Yeah, let's rock with. Let's rock with the white boy. You know what I'm saying? Because the white boy in the basketball court is always called white boy. Even though it's like, he can be like, my name is John, and then we'll call him John. But if someone still say the white boy, or especially if they on the other team, they still gonna call him the white boy. Get the white boy, get the white boy. It's always been a thing that's culturally with basketball that white players accept, especially Larry Bird. You know what I'm saying? I think last conversation I had with Sea Dog, we were talking about who's the last great American white boy? Larry Bird. Every white boy Sea Dog was naming was a foreigner. Dirk, you know what I'm saying? Steve Nash, all of them. They're all foreign white boys. We're talking about American bred white boy. Larry Bird. Christian Laettner? No. JJ Redick's cool, but no. Who else? And you can't even really think of them. That's the bad part. You can't even really think of them right now. But with that being said, though, it's not that many of them. So when they go to the whole race thing and race baiting and all of that stuff, trying to build this outrage, it's like, come on, man, it's not even that fucking serious. This is all basketball. And again, I commented on somebody who was commenting on some stuff on Twitter or X, however you get down these digital streets. I told this person, I'm like, I would have respected your opinion if you would have just not put race into it. If you would just been like, that was a dirty play, she shouldn't have done that to Caitlin Clark, yada yada. Cool. But once you're saying black players need to be in control or black players shouldn't be doing this, that's when I get into the problem of, okay, pump your brakes real quick. You know what I mean? Because it's basic math. It's not fucking it's not racist. Nobody's like get this white girl right here. Because again, Caitlin Clark has been a good, I'm not going to say ambassador for the WNBA, but she's good business for the WNBA. I think the WNBA plays 36 regular season games. 32 of them are on national TV. So that means on an ESPN, a ABC, an Ion, basically anything other than their local broadcast, that shit's going to be on TV. So that's good for all of the teams that obviously Indiana plays that may not get as much TV run. The New York Liberty, the last time they played, not this recent time, but the first time that they played, because they played like 3 times in like 11 games, which is like insane. Normally you spread those games out, but they front loaded that shit for her, especially to be in New York. And New York got $2 million at the gate. You know what I'm saying? Because the New York Liberty is one of the few WNBA teams that play in a NBA arena. Most of your WNBA teams play at like a convention center type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a, smaller arena. They put a floor out there in a hoop and, you can get at it, but it's not the, 19 to 20,000 seat arena. It's normally like 10 to 12, 15 at the most, but really 10 to 12. And the New York Liberty got like $2 million at the gate because of Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? And her basketball game, her presence, and her brand. That's why I created the episode, Is Caitlin Clark the WNBA cash cow? Because she is generating dollars. She is generating money. Now, the thing that a lot of people will say is that these hard hits that Caitlin Clark is taking, now what happens if she gets hurt and she misses games? Is the TV going to get cut off? Maybe. But this one I want to transition into another athlete where we're not giving her the same protection and the same conversation that we give in Caitlin Clark, and that's Angel Reese. The game before the Sky played the Fever, the Sky played the Connecticut Sun. And I want to say it was Alyssa Thomas or Bonner, one of the two. And again, it's not like I confused the two, but in this conversation, I'm confusing which one it was because they're both, the twin towers of the Connecticut Sun. Angel Reese was going for a rebound. She actually fell twice. She fell on the ground twice, but the one that kind of had everybody up in arms because Angel Reese was on the ground a little bit longer was she was going for a rebound and somebody, they try to do the box out thing, but instead of boxing, mid-level to the body, and again, if you're on the video side, you see what I'm doing. It was more up here. So they had her arm up here, and then she boxed out, mushed down, and Angel Reese from the throat fell down, bumped her head, and she would just land on the floor for a hot minute. Now, either Alyssa Thomas or DeWanna Bond. Again, I forget which one it was, but they got a flagrant one, technical foul or whatever. Now, when this happened, hold on real quick. My dad's calling me. Hey, Dad.
Hey, Mayor, I call you. My partner had a setback, so I'm having to be here. Yeah, take to the shop.
Oh no.
So,
All right, that's.
I gotta get my stuff right.
No, I saw. Well, I'm actually recording a podcast right now, and the mic is and the mic is on right in front of me.
Okay, that's fine. I'll call you back later on. Okay.
No, I got you, Dad. I'm gonna take care of you this week. All right, that's all to you. Yes, sir. All right. Yeah, man. Full disclosure, ever since Mom Dukes passed away, it's been kind of hard for me and my pops to, you know what I'm saying, do certain things or whatever. But we making it. So it is what it is though, man. So let's keep it moving. So no one gave Angel Reese that sort of love and protection. Like, she's a rookie. We need to be looking out for her. That was a hard foul. See, now that's where the race conversation goes into, because Caitlin Clark, she's white. Everybody wants to protect Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese, also a rookie, also had a stellar college basketball career. She's a national champion, player of the year, or at least SEC player of the year. I think Caitlin Clark might have been an overall player of the year. But Angel Reese is a conference player of the year, conference tournament MVP champion as well. So technically, Angel Reese has better accolades than Caitlin Clark. I mean, obviously, Caitlin Clark is the number one scorer in college basketball history, men's and women's. But Angel Reese has the hardware. She has the ring. She has the trophies. She has the hardware. But I didn't see none of you people. I ain't seen none of you motherfuckers talk about Angel Reese getting those hard fouls and all of that. Y'all just let her get fucked up. Why? Because she's 6'3". Caitlin Clark is 6 foot 6'1", so it's not like she's that much taller or shorter than Angel Reese. Now, obviously, Angel Reese got that thing on, you know what I'm saying? That wagon back there. So she's thicker at the bottom, you know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I mean? They're height wise, it's not that much of a difference, 2 to 3 inches, give or take. You know what I'm saying? Unless, WNBA players lie about their height the same way men do in our sports as well. So that's neither here nor there though. But I didn't see that outrage about Angel Reese. I didn't see any protection about her, her well-being and all of that stuff, because y'all just focus on Caitlin Clark, because when she gets hit, even when it's simple, it looks dramatic. Angel Reese gets hit, she keeps it moving because she understands the game. You know what I'm saying? She's from Baltimore, so she understands the game. It takes for her to get hit really, really, really hard for her to, show pain and show, vulnerability. But y'all don't even give her that type of grace, and that's bullshit. That's 100% bullshit that y'all would do that to Angel Reese. But it's the world we live in, to say the least. But I want to end this particular conversation on this, because we've already been ranting for about 24 minutes. And I want to give you guys at least one or two more topics real quick, for your 40 to 45 minutes of your audio listening pleasure. I want it to be consistent both ways around. If any player gets hit hard, whether you black, white, Asian, Latina, you from Canada, you from Australia, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Keep it consistent, keep it fair, and keep it consistent. Don't one type of player gets to smoke and it's like, oh no, protect her. Then other players with, equal value to me, I believe Angel Reese has equal value. I believe, like I said, Caitlin Clark was going to go number one overall anyway. I think Angel Reese could have went second anywhere. So that's just me personally. But just keep it consistent, guys. Like, just really keep it consistent. Because these WNBA players, they don't make that much bread. They put in their bodies and their not their lives, but their bodies on the line to create a good basketball product, something that they love to do and something that we love to watch. So if you want to protect Caitlin Clark from hard fouls and all that stuff, which again, she shouldn't be protected from hard fouls. It's fucking professional basketball. But I'm just saying, for the sake of these conversations that we have circling around this league, be consistent. No matter who it is, what their ethnicity is, what value they bring to the table, be consistent. And I want to shout out Carter, by the way, because even though during the media session she said she wasn't going to answer any questions about Caitlin Clark, and rightfully so, because you playing basketball, it's you in the heat of the moment. You just lost by 1 point. You had to deal with that bullshit that she had going on, with Caitlin Clark or whatever. And fucking y'all want to ask me Caitlin Clark questions? This bitch is a rookie. Fuck, I'm answering questions about her for. Fuck that bitch. And I'm not saying me saying fuck that bitch. I'm saying if I was Carter in her mind, because she's a woman, she can say fuck that bitch. Obviously, it's not appropriate for me to say fuck that bitch because I'm a guy. But for Carter, she can say fuck that bitch. And rightfully so, fuck that bitch. But she got on Twitter and basically, or no, she did the first post on Threads, which is, Instagram's Twitter, which I don't even plug that shit because I can't even get down with that shit. I'm sorry. It's just, sorry, Instagram. You tried, but nah, we cool. We're gonna still stay over here on Twitter or X, even though, whatever. She said, without 3-point shooting, what does Caitlin Clark bring to the table? That's a fair question. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from a basketball perspective, it's a fair question. From a business perspective, she's bringing eyeballs. She's bringing the audience to the table. So I would tell Carter that's what she's bringing to the table, but I know her table is a basketball table, not a branding, money, financial table. It's a basketball on the court table that Carter's bringing up. So I just want to put that out there as well. Other little storylines that came from that. Angel Reese got fined $1,000 because she wasn't available for comment after that game, and the team, the Sky, got fined like $5,000. Which I don't know why Angel Reese ain't say nothing. Like nothing had to do with her for real. But it is what it is, though. You know what I mean? They say when you are playing sports, and this is my last point, when you're playing sports and you take a L, whether it's a hard L, whatever L, and if you feel in a certain type of way, give yourself some time before you speak on it, because you can say some shit that you don't mean to say. And I believe that's what Carter did. She didn't want to say fuck that bitch, you know what I'm saying, in like real words, you know what I'm saying? So she just like, I'm not answering no Caitlin Clark questions. And then shout out to Coach Spoon, man, Teresa Witherspoon, man. She's one of the greats of the WNBA, New York Liberty back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Real dope player. She had to basically dead all of that shit. Like, all right, we're done. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a former player. She knows what it is. Like, no, y'all not about to harass my players. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, nope, we're done. We out. And deaded that shit. So, man, shout out to Coach Spoon. Damn, we spent like almost 30 minutes on this topic right here. But not gonna lie to you guys, the YouTube algorithm loves this Caitlin Clark type conversation. I'm telling you, like, I've had some good views on a lot of other posts. Like, Diddy's a real good conversation starter. But Caitlin Clark, this WNBA shit, man, look, this topic is doing numbers. So if you're a part of the uninitiated and this first 30 minutes of the pod wasn't interesting to you, because normally we do hip hop, R&B, culture, and all of that shit too, then I'm sorry. But for the YouTube likes and subscribers and all of that shit, it's gold, it's money, and I serve the people. This is the SS Experience, streamed on the SMG Podcast Network app. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, resubscribe, download. Keep doing that process over and over again so the algorithm can continue to be popping out here in these digital streets. So we got some new rap beef. We just had Kendrick and Drake. I think Drake took the L. Kendrick's Not Like Us is streaming super duper well across all platforms and all of that. I don't know if it's a a hatred of Drake or if the song is really that good. I think the song is okay. I mentioned this on a pod not too long ago. I don't think diss records should be like in regular rotation. I just think it's the song is not meant for us to consume. The song is like, hey, I'm talking to you, motherfucker. So I don't. But again, people like the records and all that stuff. I mean, Night Lucky's got that nice West Coast feel. If you know how to crip walk, you can crip walk to it. If you don't, partake in crip walking because you're on the other side or you just can't dance, it's a nice West Coast bot. You know what I'm saying? Make you want to get your khakis creased and all of that shit. Get a pair of Chuck Taylors and look like an extra from Friday. You know what I mean? And if that reference is too old for you, which I'm hoping it's not, I'm hoping that most of you are cultured enough to understand Friday, but neither here nor there. Who cares? But rap beef, new rap beef that's going on right now. It is Cardi B versus Bia. Now, on the radio show, I played a couple of clips from I played a couple of clips from Bia. Well, I played a clip from Bia, which was her song called Sue Me, because in Cardi B's response to Bia, she says she's going to sue her for defamation of character and all of this stuff because in Bia's song, she said that Cardi B fucked another dude and all this other crazy shit. You know how rap beef is, man. You got to say some shit to get the people going. And the beef started because on damn, I forget this song. It's the song with it's her, Lotto, and I had it in my notes, but I don't feel like grabbing my notes right now. But it was a remix that Cardi B was on, and she, kind of mentioned B. I think she subbed B a little bit. Bia knew what it was, went in the booth, and fired off on her ass. Um, my thing with this particular rap beef is that Bia is really calling Cardi B out for real, because Bia did a song over the Missy Elliott beat, and uh Cardi B did, a similar beat, it's different, maybe a different tempo or whatever, but she did the beat as well. And she didn't like that shit. But again, at the same time, it's like if y'all sampling the same beat, y'all can't be mad for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Missy cleared it, obviously, or whoever. I'm hoping Missy owns her own shit, but if she doesn't, whoever owns it, cleared it and allowed it to be done. So something was there. And it's one of those things where it's like it's a messy conversation. And let me scratch that off because people throw the word messy pretty loosely. You know what? I'm trying to think because I know. Let me see if I can pull something up real quick because I want to give you guys I want to give you guys at least a little bit of the sound. I want to start off with Bia talking about, or at least some of the Bia lines real quick. Now, if I can find the video other than where I'm at right now, I'll go ahead and play the actual video. But see, it was from her IG. So that means I would have needed somebody to actually post on YouTube the actual video. And we'll try to figure that out, around that time. So let's go ahead and run the clip.
Not a dark soul, got a bright future. I'ma let her know. I'm a sharpshooter. You ain't nothing but a fuck girl. I be right through you. You ain't nothing but a fuck girl. I be right through you. Put it on your gang and things fuck you in. Put it on your name since you so gangster like your fucking friends. Put it on your hubby since you love writing on your vows. Wow. You write all my verses, I can't do this shit for hours. I'll be damned, I let a nigga fuck a bitch inside my house. Your money long, you split that. Your nigga saying that. Put her ass in the ground till she had to give me my flowers. Was up in the Bronx and they said I'm good in the towers. Put that shit on God that you ain't changed your face of mine. I'll get on your ass so I don't have to waste no time. Say you love yourself but you won't put that on your kids. That surgery and how your body looks so mid. Got your ass for the culture. You just trying to ride the wave. You should be home with your kids, but bitch, you speak like second grade. Now these bitches can't brave. Heard the closing Boomerang, wrote this shit after I prayed. Don't go and call a party, cause we gon' bake rice cake. Got a dark soul, got a bright future. I'ma let it know.
Woo, a lot of heat, a lot of fire in that joint right there. Because like when you look at like she mentioned that did Cardi B make her face look like hers. When you look at Cardi B from the past, you look at Bia, you look at Cardi B now, I ain't gonna lie, man. Bia has a case. She has a strong case because, Cardi's nose used to be fuller. Now it's a little bit more thinner. And Bia's face is kind of like that too. You know what I'm saying? With the, a thinner nose or whatever. So it's crazy. It's real crazy. I'm trying to think. Bia's mixed with something because I remember when she dropped, when she first dropped, she had to mention that she was black. Like she really went out of her way to say, "Hey guys, I'm black." Which, for me being 100% black, I always feel like people, when they're mixed with black, but they look more like the other race, like if you're black and Asian, but you look more Asian than black and all of the other stuff, you know what I'm saying? Or, you white and black, and you look more white, that type of shit. I'd be like, well, why are you? So you're mentioning that you're black, so we can be on your side because we think that you're the other side. So you need. I just feel like that's weird, but that's not this conversation. Bia went in on that. So what I want to do now is I want to play a bit of Cardi B's response to this whole thing. Now, like I said on the radio, Cardi B went in for like 26 minutes on her IG live. And obviously, as you know, with IG Live, if it's not saved on her page, you're not going to see it. So the creeps, not like me, well, kind of like me, but I didn't record these videos. Other people did, and I basically copied them and used them for my own evil devices. But Cardi B goes in, and I'm just going to start it from wherever I'm at, where my finger is right now. But she mentions how, again, how I mentioned about how the song, they basically sampled the same song um, from Missy Elliott, and she basically is just like, well, we basically sampled the same song. She did the song last year, which is like, damn, Cardi B, like you did this song last year and you just now putting it out, and we still can't get like records and all of that stuff. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and get into Cardi B. Feel like being lazy. Run the clip.
I was coming at her and she was coming at me. But then I called her back because and look, I ain't lying. I'm lying. I got the whole conversation. I could put the whole 35 minutes up. Like, I had the whole conversation. Because you saying that I'm copying you. And also, this is my thing though, right? Yeah. The conversation started real nasty, right? It started real nasty. Then I called her back because I'm so appalled at the fact that she thinks that I'm copying her or that I'm stealing from her. Because there's nothing that she do that I like. I don't like her music. I don't like her style. I don't like how she look. I don't like nothing about her. I don't even see the bitch. So it's like more or less. But the conversation, I called her back because I wanted to make it very clear. Like, it's like, girl, when I did my first song, like what? I been did it before you put it out. And then Enough, where she thinks that I copy her ad-libs and whatever the fuck, something with the beat. It's like, girl, this is the day that I called her and we ended up the conversation on a very great note. We ended the conversation on a great note. So I sent her, I don't know if y'all see this. The date is April 14, 2022. This is when I first received the beat for Enough, right? And I sent it to her.
Everybody is basically using their phones to like do audio. Because if you didn't watch Cardi B, she basically pulled up her phone. That's why I had that staticky sound or whatever, and playing the beat. So she was basically playing the beat from her phone, like the video of her having the beat or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's they're two girls from New York. I don't know if B is from the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? But I know they, what I'm saying, they two girls from New York, and it's just one of those things where it's like they are, I mean, there's similarities there. You know what I'm saying? They're both light skinned. They both have some sort of like Spanish, Dominican descent or whatever. You know what I mean? Again, they're from New York. Musically, I don't know. I can't really call it because I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a Bia connoisseur of her music, and I'm not a Cardi B connoisseur of her music as well. So if you want to, comment on this and help a brother out, at the SS Experience, no E at the beginning of experience on Twitter or X, however you get down these digital streets. We'll put on a poll. Are there similarities between Cardi B and Bia? Just whatever. You can music, looks, whatever. Just are there similarities? And you can comment what similarities you think that you see between the two. Because I mean, until I guess I started off the conversation saying a rap beef. But I guess in order for it to be a rap beef, Cardi B would have to make a song dissing Bia. Now, what the problem with that is we have a hard time getting Cardi B in the studio to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she mentioned the enough and the like. Well, I forget what she talking about, enough or like what. I think she was talking about like what. She did that April of last year and just put it out this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if Cardi B is gonna get into this whole rap battle, like the culture's, doing right now, she can't be waiting that long to be putting out, what I'm saying, music. I mean, again, her fans have been waiting for 7 years for her to drop an album. And, I told you guys on a couple previous episodes, she's not even about to drop an album this year. So now it goes to 8 years without having an album drop. So I think for real, if Cardi B don't put out no music and we call this a battle for what it is, because Bia did fire the first shot, Cardi B is going to lose this one. Now, again, Barty Gang and all of that, her fan base and all of that's probably not trying to hear that stuff. They're probably going to be like, she's better. Cardi B has the awards. But again, that's awards from projects from 2017. Shannon Sharp always says you have to update your resume. And right now, Cardi B is going into job interviews with a job from 2017. Well, what current experience do you have? Oh, I really haven't done anything. So, I mean, again, now in the real example, I mean, Cardi B's put out records and features and stuff like that. But when you talk about her own actual projects, well, have you done anything since 2017? No, I haven't. I've just been chilling, raising kids and all that stuff. But looking to get back in the workforce, 9 times out of 10, when you have those type of job interviews, they're going to go with somebody who just last did the job a month ago, 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Recently, not 7 years. Just saying, though. There's some other stuff that I wanted to get into, man. Shout out Summer Jam. Summer Jam was pretty lit. Trying to see what else is popping out here in these digital streets. Okay, Jane Aiko's looking thick in Skims. Kim Kardashian just posted that. Sorry if I'm just rambling. I'm just rambling through this stuff. Okay, a couple of just likes about what I just tweeted about Caitilin Clark. I basically did a tweet where I said, nah, Caitlin, because somebody was saying that, Carter was a thug. And I was just like, nah, Caitlin Clark is a wannabe thug till the real thugs come out. And I did a meme or a gif of Jamie Kennedy when he played in Malibu's Most Wanted. Again, that may be too old of a reference. Just Google it. Jamie Kennedy, Malibu's Most Wanted. And y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's gangster till the real gangsters come out. Let me go to my IG real quick because I've been getting better at posting stories like on the page or whatever. And we've been doing real good with that, getting a good little bit of engagement or whatever. See if there's something that I missed that we can get into real quick. Oh, that's right. Eminem. Eminem is back, guys. Guess who's back? Back again. Shaheed's back. Tell a friend. And he actually did that same exact cadence too, which was actually pretty dope. But Eminem did a track called Houdini, where he actually did a bar about Megan Thee Stallion getting shot in the foot. Said if he asked Megan Thee Stallion, would he have a shot at the feet? FEAT, short for feature, which I don't think nobody in the industry have ever said, hey, man, can I get a feat? You know what I'm saying? Nobody never really shorted feature before. But again, that's the genius of Eminem. We all knew what he was talking about. You know what I'm saying? The context of the song and the context of the bar, we knew what he was talking about. He was talking about a feature, but use FEAT, the pronunciation of feet, shot at the feet. So it was a dope line. Now, I haven't seen any outrage about Eminem doing that line, but what I did see was that this was the number one streamed song, debut song that Eminem has ever had. Now, again, and I'm about to bring this to another conversation too. Eminem hasn't done that much music in the streaming era. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go back, you can go back and listen to his old shit in the streaming era, but he hasn't done anything new in this streaming era. Which what makes me want to go to this one last topic real quick before we get up out the door real quick because we already about like 45 minutes. Did y'all know that Freeway's "What We Did Is Wrong" featuring Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel just went gold? A song that dropped in 2002 just went gold 22 years later. I thought that was laughable until somebody commented about that, and I'm gonna see if I can go back to it real quick. I think I liked it, so I mean I should be able to pull it up real quick. I didn't retweet it. I probably did retweet it, but let me see if I liked it. Let me see replies. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, here we go. So I want to give a special shout out to not your average one, and it's NOTUR average, and then the number 0 NE. So it's one, you know how people do with their tags. It's very written nicely. Why the shock though? LOL. It came out in an era where you had to buy CDs for sales, and now you can just stream it. It's just more accessible now. That's why there's lots of older songs just getting gold and platinum statuses now. 100% makes sense because I want to take you guys back in the hot take time machine real quick. I want to take you back to 2002. Depending on the year in 2002, I was 18, 19 years old in 2002. A lot of people still had tapes, like tape players, cassette tapes. Most cars did not have CD players. If your car did have a CD player, that shit was like a premium feature. Now, if your car has a CD player, your car is old as fuck because cars don't have CD players no more. So all the aux cord, Bluetooth and all that shit. But you had tapes and CDs and shit like that, right? And you go to Best Buy, you go to Walmart, Kmart. Oh God, Kmart. We just brought up an old reference. DJs, music and videos, FYE, for your entertainment. That's what FYE stands for. Various places where you buy music and CDs. You go there. Oh, okay, I like this album right here. You pay your $12.99, your $15.99. If it was on sale, it'd be $9.99. Buy your tape, buy your CD, play that joint, let that thing rock. I've asked people a long time ago, like, yo, how do people get credit for music when you can't physically, buy the music? Now, people say, well, go to iTunes. You can just buy it by the song or buy it by the album, but you don't physically have it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just stream music off YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So if they make, their money off of YouTube with the views and all of that shit, all right, well, that's how you get it from me because I don't, like I said, it's like CDs aren't there anymore. It's like I can't go to the store and buy it. Like they're not there. Like now, unless the artist on their own personal, merch site has the CDs for you to be able to buy yourself, there are none. You know what I'm saying? Taking y'all back to the hot take time machine real quick, take you back to 2002. There's always the friend that has CD. Like they go get the CDs. Like they're a music aficionado. They're gonna go get the CD, right? And what they'll do is, they'll go get the CD. Oh, that shit's dope. Hey, let me dub that joint. So you got like a whole bunch of people in the crib, and you put the CD. This is when you used to have like a big stereo system. So you put the CD in, you hit play, then you hit record on the tape player. So any sound that is coming out of that system is being dubbed to the tape. So after about however long it takes for you to listen to the album, flip the tape over, you get the other side going. Now you have a tape of the CD that you just dubbed. Fast forward to 2007, burning CDs. Now this is when the cassette tape is gone now. Old cars have cassettes, but everyone has CDs and you really can't buy cassettes anymore. So now you take the same CD, you put it in a computer, and you download it to, your Windows music player and all the other shit. So now the CD, music on the CD, is now digital on your computer. So now all you got to do is just take CDs, burn it. Now that CD is on the burnt CD. Now you have a CD copy. The reason I'm telling you all of this is because that's why a lot of music didn't do as well as it should have, because people burnt and copied the music. I guess you could say, stole the music, to say the least, because we didn't buy it. You know what I'm saying? And so now looking back at it 22 years later, Freeway's What We Did Is Wrong, that doom, 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 doom. Like, come on, bro. Like, that shit went hard. You know what I'm saying? Whole verse, Beans verse, like that. Cats did black label tracks over the instrumental and all of that shit. Like, What We Did Was Wrong went fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? No Diddy. And I apologize for Free, because now, if you would have said this song just went platinum, just went double platinum, okay, maybe. But just now went gold. That song and that project was fucking fire. And you know what? I don't apologize, because I bought Philadelphia Freeway. I had that CD. You know what I'm saying? And I wish I still had my CD book, but with one of my cars from back in the day, you know what I'm saying? The CD book was in there, the cards gone, CD, it's all gone type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I don't apologize for Freeway. I bought the album straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? But I apologize for our youth during that time. The 17 to 21-year-old in that game where we was, burning music, dubbing tapes and all of that shit. There's no reason why not Philadelphia Freeway, excuse me. There's no reason why What We Did Is Wrong by Freeway should be gold 22 years later. But it should hit platinum pretty soon. If that's the case, you know what I'm saying? If everybody's still bumping it, I might just bump that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got a CD no more. You know what I'm saying? So I might as well just bump it right now real quick, let it get a couple hundred views, and, let that thing go from there. So keep that thing moving like that. So this is the SS Experience, streaming on the SMG Podcast Network app. Rate, review, subscribe, re-rate, re-review, resubscribe, and all of that. Definitely did some definitely good pod, in the crib. And I'm gonna make sure that we get this video out on YouTube. I'm gonna make sure that I don't do no fuck shit and lose the video, because, like I said, we did a real good podcast with Caitilin C Dog, and I'm mad that we lost the video, but the audio is still available. Again, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, the usual suspects, Spotify, and the iHeartRadio app. Give us a nice little comment. Give us a nice little 5-star review. If there's a thing where you can press a button to get notifications anytime that we do drop new episodes, please hit that notification button, because I may be inconsistent with the days of the week that it dropped, because I'm a one-man person. I got to record, I got to produce, I got to edit, I got to do post-production. I'm a one-man person, so sometimes I'll be a little gassed after recording, but just hit that notification button. When the new episode drops, it'll drop, and we appreciate you and love you for it, man. So this is the SS Experience. I'll holla. Easy.
You're listening to the SS Experience on SMG.